I grew up in Newfoundland on a very small island. There were a lot of rocks, but there was not a lot of farming where I grew up. At the time, I remember 17 years old, I was going to university, and I remember telling my dad, I'm going to go to university, and his reaction was, oh gosh, no, are you sure you can handle that? And you know, my dad is the sweetest, caring man I've ever met, but the reason that he had said that is he was so worried about, well, what if you fail? And I think, you know, we often see that with women and the need to protect women. And again, my dad was not, he was not away from the bias, of course, he still had some. So I went to university, I decided to do math and physics because I wanted to prove that I could do something. And what do you do at math and physics? Bank of Montreal took me on. You know, throughout my career at Bank of Montreal, I've been 19 years with the bank, and I never thought I wanted to be a leader in any aspect of my career. And the first time that I really thought I want to be a leader is when I had a woman who was my boss. If we don't see women in leadership roles, how do we envision ourselves in those roles? When I took over the team 2 years ago, 30% of the team were women, and today 60% are women. And I see a lot more interest in these traditionally male-dominated commercial banker roles, which is really great to see. The two trends I spoke about earlier that I see really opening greater opportunities for women in any business, you know, one is the greater network and support system that we see. This conference is a great example of that. And the other one is a greater commitment from big organizations and small to be more inclusive. But you see companies actually making commitments on where we want to get to, and BMO made a commitment to have 40% of our senior leadership represented by women by the end of 2016. As an example of one of those commitments, I'm excited to report that our board of directors currently is 1/3 women. The representation of women in senior leadership roles as of yesterday is 39.3. I wish I could say 40, but the mathematician in me says I can't say that yet. But we're getting there. And we also heard yesterday that companies are digging very deep to understand how we work better with women. Hopefully you all had a chance to hear the session on the report with Carleton University completed, the research on women, a force to reckon with. And companies are using the data from that research to understand how we work better with women and advance women.